What's up, Aquarius, and welcome to your February tarot forecast. Happy birthday. You are definitely moving forward into a new chapter. I really like this for you. And it looks like some of you, maybe you've been waiting for communication related to work, or it could be a relationship, like you're waiting and waiting for this other person to fully show up and commit or something like that. You're going to get clarity for sure, whether they're in or they're out. I feel like for a lot of you, you are deciding that you want to move forward without this connection. Now, I think that's actually a really good thing because it's making a lot of available space for you moving forward to expand in all these other ways. We have Venus in her pre-shadow retrograde. So there's going to be a lot shifting for all of us over the next little while. And we just had a new moon in your sign, a new moon in Aquarius. It was the first new moon of this year. If you missed that workshop, don't be dumb, okay? This is your new moon and the first of 2025. So I'm going to tag the workshop here. It's also on my website. You can pay whatever you want, but you need to watch it. I feel like a lot of you are... There's a few things coming through. So the first thing is some of you are thinking about shifting your diet, your food. I feel like fasting is maybe interesting for some of you, or it's your money. You're trying to figure out how to, it's like reduce spendings, reduce eating, reduce whatever you don't need in your life because you feel like it's not really supporting you anymore. Maybe up until now, it's just been like a habit or behavior that you've always just kind of done, but there's something deep inside you that is changing now. And that is really, it's feeling like liberation, which is really beautiful. Now, a lot of these behaviors, beliefs, fears, habits, maybe you learned them from your family, or there was issues in the family when you were growing up and you just started doing whatever, something to self-soothe, and that became a habit. And now you're just like maybe you started smoking in high school or something because you were stressed, because your family had issues and whatever. And it's just now you're still smoking and you're like, why am I doing this? I want to just quit. You know what I mean? So that's a really good thing. I think it's important that you do really review sort of any of those toxic connections because we have the Devil card here, and beside it I have the Four of Coins reverse, which means you're not really interested in holding on to all of these things or these connections or these people anymore. And again, these can just be habits, limitations, fears that you've held on to, and it all feels a little bit silly. You're just like, what am I doing? Why would I continue to do this when I could do other things that are just so much more elevated? So I really like that for you. But the issue that I see is when you decide to disconnect, that other people, they feel rejected, they feel insulted, they feel upset. And then maybe they project onto you all of their bullshit, all of their, well, you, and it becomes this blame game, and you're just you're not interested, and you should do what Aquarius does best and just detach. That's a really helpful skill that you have when you are ready to move forward into a new direction. So it looks like that energy is building. Now, for some of you, you could literally be not wanting to talk to family anymore. I've got 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins, both reversed. So there's either two ways that this is going to show up. You're going to have some longtime friends who felt like family, or your actual family, people that you're really close to. You're just I'm not doing this with you anymore. I want to shift something. Now, does that mean that you're just getting rid of them all? No, it could mean that you're just reestablishing your boundaries, which is a really good thing for all of us, to be honest. But there's an overall energy here of you really not being willing to invest into teams or connections or friendships that don't contribute equally. So if you're noticing it doesn't feel like an equal exchange with some of these people or projects, then you're really going to notice it now. And it's your self-worth and value is increasing, or you're really starting to see yourself in a new way. And that means that that's going to reflect in your relationships. And if you decide to shift something, well, obviously other people sometimes get upset or angry or whatever. So it's not your issue. Like, if other people can't match your needs, you telling them that and deciding to do something healthier for yourself and moving forward, if they really like you and really love you and really want to support you, they will support your decision to do something healthier for yourself. But if they have been maybe abusing you or manipulating you or taking advantage of you or something up until now, and now you're trying to establish a boundary, they're obviously going to get upset because you are taking away their like energy source. It's like you have been plugged into these people or projects, and they're just like taking whatever they can get. So I feel like you're not interested. You're not motivated to continue playing this game. It looks like you are feeling a little bit exhausted, really. We still have Mars retrograde, and that will continue until I believe like the third week of February. So we're still really focused on preserving our energy, slowing down, reflection, reassessment, and like trying to figure out if we want to continue doing the things that we've been doing. That's really what this Mars retrograde is showing us, because Mars is how we take action and the things that we do, whatever. So the other thing is, some of you could be reviewing your sex life or something connected to that, because Mars is connected to that, and I have the Devil card here. So topics connected to sex and those sort of like taboo subjects, drugs, etc., they could be coming up, or maybe you're just thinking about changing something or trying something. You know, it doesn't always need to be, quote unquote, a bad thing. Like, it could be like, oh, now you're feeling more sexually liberated and you're excited to try something new or whatever, you know? So just keep that in mind. Now, I have this Two of Cups reversed and this Lovers card reversed. So some of you could still be struggling, or another person is still struggling to release you from the past, or you are still maybe trying to find closure with an old connection. It could also be connected to business, like you're still cleaning up an old contract or agreement or something that I'm hearing, like another person, they owe you money, or you didn't get the full payment or whatever. And it's like you still are just like, come on, like trying to figure that out. So I do see some progress, because we have the Six of Swords here, which does talk about you finding sort of more balanced waters. Like, not everything is going to be so wavy anymore, or like rocky, which is a good thing, because I feel like, quote unquote, the worst of it is over, and now things are starting to settle, or you will notice that soon they really start to settle. There is just some conflict, though, because I have this Five of Wands. Now, some of you could be feeling very conflicted internally about what you want to be doing. Don't let your mind, there's like this battle right now between like your mind and your heart. And your mind is wanting to tell you to do something that maybe you don't really want to do, but then the heart is like, I don't know about this. And you're kind of like stuck in this middle ground where it's like, again, the mind and the heart are like in this power struggle. So you could feel stuck in the middle of that. You are also maybe noticing that other people are really still dragging you into their drama. And you're just like, oh my God, this is exhausting. Like, I'm not going to continue doing this. So I really want you to work with the unknown, if that makes sense, because you've got the Temperance card here and you've got the Moon card here. Okay. You're definitely moving forward. Oh, beautiful. And the Hermit card. Oh my God. And the Magician. And the Wheel of Fortune, bitch. Okay. 1 second. You've got the Moon, the Six of Swords, the Hermit card, and Temperance. Okay? Some of you are venturing out into a new chapter and you don't know where you're going because you can't see everything clearly ahead of you. That is the point of this Hermit energy, okay? This is about trusting the process. This is about trusting the process. This is about trusting the process. And this is about trusting the process. So you have 4 cards here that are all connected to trusting the process. It means that you can't see everything, and that's fine. But when you know you should do something, you should be aware also that you have the magic inside you. You have the power. You have everything that you need to manifest beautiful things. Now, does that mean they're going to show up immediately? No, but this magician card is trying to remind you that you are starting a new cycle. It's the number 1. Okay, so with your birthday, that's a new cycle. 2025 is now a new cycle. We just had a new moon in Aquarius. That's a new cycle. We also just had the lunar new year. That's a new cycle. It's like new. Like you have 4 or 5 new cycles starting right now. So what are you going to do? You're going to work with this energy. How? I'm going to tell you. You're going to go and watch the new moon in Aquarius workshop. The first new moon of 2025. It's your new moon. Do not miss it, okay? I love you. Everything will work out. You have a lot of like divine guidance right now, which is beautiful and helpful and supportive. But this moon card especially is really, and this hermit card, like both of these are about you sort of like walking in the dark and not knowing where you're going, but the universe is telling you trust your gut because they are telling you where to go and you will be fine. Okay, you will be fine, I promise. Now, go do your homework, watch the Aquarius new moon workshop. If you want to see your year ahead, I have a love forecast and a tarot forecast. I will tag both of them here. You can find them on my website. Everything's on my website. Okay, I love you. I'll see you very soon. Ciao.